Hi, I'm Jeff Leotow, and I am inviting you to present in a seminar where work meets faith. Now, why would you want to present? Most people who have presented, when we asked them why they chose to present, said that they felt called by God. We're trying to create a space around a preciousness of God at work in the lives of ordinary people. Does your faith influence your work? That would be your story. You would tell a concrete example of how your faith influences your work. Now, to become a presenter, you would contact me at 773-594-9234 or send me an email, jeff@loquate.tv, and we would get together to go over what you would be presenting. So the reason we're doing this is to build a sense of community around the preciousness of God at work in the lives of ordinary people like us. Thank you. Hi, this video is a training video to run a one-night seminar where work meets faith. And it's addressed primarily to presenters, past presenters, although any person who wishes to run a seminar for one evening is a candidate for this video. Those of you who are presenters or have been presenters, most of you have offered a free 1-hour consultation on a subject of work expertise or the God side of your talk. Now, that reflects positively. It reflects positively on your faith, and it reflects positively on God, because God's love of us is shown through our hands, through the work of our hands. And so the offering of a free consultation is a blessing. From personal experience of interviewing you, your face, when I see you afterwards, when I see you, for example, at Mass, your face is like a living icon to me. I see what you said in your presentation, and it gives me such a good feeling because, done right, it's giving me a glimpse of God. Now, if you're going to run one of these evenings, you have to get a presenter to say yes, like you did. Now, if you'll reflect back on when I asked you, would you be a presenter in the seminar series, you gave me a quick response. It was a yes. And, you might get 4 or 5 no's before you get a yes. But it's very quick, either a yes or a no. And your yes, when I surveyed presenters as to why they said they would present, most said because they felt like they were called by God to present. So I take that as an affirmation of this work, where work meets faith, as a ministry. And so I think you will find the same thing too. So therefore, now why would you want to run one evening of seminar? If you think of a medieval village with the walls of the village surrounding the village, and the walls were there to protect the village from the attack of the hordes. Now, you cannot live faith values without being under attack in this world. We all know that. And it pains us when groups that we are closest to fall under this attack. So by running a seminar, one evening seminar, with a group that you are close to, for example, the Knights of Columbus, or a church group, or a civic group, even your family, even a corporation, you are building up the servant leader values within that group. I looked at the videos of our presenters, and most are servant leaders. They're using their hands to help other people for the common good. And we certainly can use more of that today. So that's the reason why you would do this. It's a simple matter to ask a person that you're close to, might you consider meeting with me to consider a possibility of presenting in a seminar where work meets faith? Now that question, with that wording, I have found to be very effective, because you can't expect a person to say yes to something without knowing what it is that they're saying yes to. So, because they trust you, and they will meet with you, and then we have a communication protocol which lets you get down to the extreme value for the common good that a person who wishes to present in the seminar where work meets faith can readily come up with a concrete example. And so then, after you've used this communication protocol, it's called Questions for Presenters, which we provide to you. It's a very interesting process. My friend Dennis Galligani and I, and Jane Galligani, Dennis's wife, most enjoy the interviews with the presenters. It's so filling of ourselves with inspiration and getting to know another side of a person. So that's the gem that we are offering to you to experience. And of course, I think the Holy Spirit is at work, affirming you in doing this help. I can't do it alone, and your help will make a huge difference. So now, each presentation, as you know, in the communication protocol, you get a concrete example from the person. Then you get tips, and tips are suggestions whether the person ever wants to use you, as if you're a lawyer or a carpenter or whatever kind of work you do, whether a person is ever going to a car mechanic, whether a person is ever going to come to you for services. There are certain things you have learned which you would like to share with them. So that makes the presentations practical. So there's 6 minutes of tips and then 6 minutes of questions. So what you would do is you would ask a person if they would consider meeting with you, and then you would meet with them at a public place. Typically I go to Panera here in town, and you ask the questions, and then at the end of the interview they will feel comfortable in presenting in the seminar series. In those few very rare instances where they're not comfortable, we don't want them to present. We want everybody to be comfortable in presenting. So that's as simple as I can describe it.